they looking at us like wild animals and pets and shit. Fuck out of here. We gotta stop this. I'm telling you. Now we're fighting with each other. He can't even post a. He can't even show Ghanaian pride. And a black man coming up talking shit. The fuck is this? Yo, sorry, yo. This shit just gets me heated when it's especially when it's us fighting each other. Is insane, yo. I hate this shit.
This was gonna be my final thought, but just
Go ahead. I'm done because I can't shut up.
yeah, this is gonna be my final thought. But since we brought up the topic, I do gotta say this. Tina knows she's gonna do a She's doing a documentary about black men being profiled and all that other stuff, and yet there is a petition started by a black woman to get that canceled. So imagine that, talking about yeah, is talking about the black man being racial. It's going to be a documentary talking about how the black man is being racially profiled, and a black woman is stopping the. I don't know how I stumbled on it. I stumbled on this on YouTube. There's already like 5,000 signatures. He's trying to look for 10,000 to get it canceled. And this is all I'm gonna say. It says sometimes, and I don't say this a lot. Sometimes we do. It's not white supremacy. Sometimes it's us. I
Mm-hmm.
always said this about like the poor, like middle class to like the lower class, is that sometimes it's not white supremacy that's stopping us, it's us stopping us. White supremacy probably don't even know who the fuck we are until we get some money and then start making problems. But most of the stuff like this, which is probably good, we could like people want to stop that, and me personally, I don't like that. Just because it has nothing to, I'm pretty sure black women will be involved in this documentary,
Mm-hmm.
but it's no reason that a black woman wants us to stop because, and what she was saying, and which it is true, but only because of proximity, that how much in domestic violence is like black men are more as killing black women at a rate of like what 5 hours or something like that. It's like every 5 hours the black woman's getting killed, which is all true. But at the same time, that's all proximity because we don't live amongst each other. So of course, black men is going to lead that. But and I'm not saying this to like negate what the black women are going through, but it's just why you trying to stop something that like it doesn't hurt y'all at the end. It's like every time I see someone, and this is where it comes from something. Every time I see where black man does something to help either help the community or help black men, it seems like there's always people that's trying to stop it.
Well, shit,
Like
it's a
the same thing with
documentary.
the same thing with Ice Cube and his whole thing to help the black community. He had this whole thing thought out, and he
Mm-hmm.
had a bunch of he had voice walkers and other people look over it to make sure it's legit. And and I'm not putting this on all black women, but the black women that signed this petition and the women on that show that was like getting at it because it was like there wasn't a session for black women, and he had to tell, isn't black women black people? It's like and all that other stuff. Sometimes we just gotta just take a step back
Mm-hmm.
and just realize, hey, sometimes maybe we're fucking each other up instead of white supremacy and all that other stuff. I understand white supremacy exists. I know it does exist. It's a systematic oppression. But sometimes they don't have to do it. We do. And that's really what I gotta say about that. It sounded like you were saying something, D-Wolf.
No, I'm saying it's a documentary. Why do you have to put so much energy into stopping that? Raising money to stop that? Why don't you raise money to do something better and help? If you have a problem with that, do
I
that.
don't
Why
know that.
stop a black person from making a buck? Choose
Mhm.
not to watch it. Don't purchase the documentary or don't watch it.
I
You
don't
see,
know.
it's
Especially
so
when it
fucking
doesn't hurt
stupid.
black women. But the woman feels like it ignores black women's trials and tribulations and all that and stuff. I'm
Oh
like,
my. Then make your own. Use
and
that
that's
money to make your own documentary and go against it or something. At least two black women would be making a buck, right? We win anyway. Bu-
my whole thing is it's like and Charlamagne the God said this. This is the equivalent, not about this situation, but it's like this is equivalent to like going to an AIDS rally and yelling, "What about cancer?" It's like they're both big problems. They both need to address this, but this doesn't hurt you. Why are you against it?
Mm-mm.
It's like
Mm-mm.
this also needs help. This also needs looking at. Why are you trying to stop that?
We need, yo, we need to wake up. My brother, my older brother will always tell me this, yo, black people need to wake up.
Um, just so I get the gist of it before I speak on it. So it's a documentary out there that is talking about the profiling of black men, correct? And it's a black woman against it.
I just sent it in the chat so you can look at it, Crystal. That way, that's the screenshot of it.
Okay. Okay.
Is this the chick protesting the this
That's
thing?
Tina Knowles.
Oh,
That's Beyonce's mom. She's
oh,
she's
damn.
she's
Her
the
her
one. She's
face
the one doing the
look
I,
documentary.
different from when I last saw a photo of her. So it's just like, damn.
She's the one doing the documentary.
okay. Um, I will no longer refer to women that go against the black man as women. I will refer to them as black roaches. Um,
Oh,
I thought she was gonna say little girl. Not even.
So
Damn.
that,
cockroaches.
that
that
Yeah,
shit.
fucking
At,
cockroaches.
caught me off guard.
at
Holy
the
shit.
end of the fucking day, okay? Um, black men have been profiled. So what are you saying? That's like saying I'm no longer, and you know who brought this up, and I'm pulling this from her, Tanika and Six the Goddess. It's like it's like you're making a debate that's not debatable. For instance, some women are angry that, if I was to say I value the black man, I worship the black man, you have a problem with me saying that I worship him, not in the sense of making him my god, but respecting him. That's a fucking problem. But you're okay going to work for the white man 9 to 5. You're okay putting
Mm.
fake ass hair on your fucking head through Asian stores, through the Asian man. Okay, so you're worshiping him. But if I say that, it's a fucking problem. It's the same shit that I'm seeing. Unfortunately, I have to lay my eyes on a woman wearing a fucking wig next to the words profile the black man, cancel problematic discovery. How about you solve the fucking issue that it's a lot of black women and little girls disappearing? Can we solve that fucking problem? Instead of you trying to unwind and undo what the our black ancestors have done for us, just because you have a platform and a very celebrity type of woman that's married to, Jay, okay, does not mean that you have the power to take that away from the black man. Do something more than try to tear down what was built before your ass was even born. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about who made the black woman? A black man. So can we stop attacking them as a whole and help what the fuck is going on? Because this shit needs to stop.
Know how many times I was profiled when I was pulled over? Oh my god.
So because women are being attacked in violent ways, we're now going to blame the whole of the black man race instead of identifying what is causing that, who's behind that shit, and stop it in its fucking bud. Because as many times I've walked into a Walmart store where it's a black woman yelling at a little black boy. Not that it's going to make him a fucking rapist, but all I'm saying is that we need to look into our community. I'm tired of this shit. So by canceling um this, what you call it, series, right? This is going to stop the violence. Is that where we're going with this shit?
It's taking away the power of choice from black people. That's what she just did.
All I'm saying, I'm tired of this fake debatable agenda. What is this agenda doing for us? Showing how divided we are. This shit needs to stop.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to, like I said before, I just want us to get to a point where we start fixing the problems that we know are wrong, and that we have the answers. Can we just get to the point where we start fixing them? That's
Like
that's
Dion
that's
said, we need a lot of us to do this shit. we
I
need a
know.
lot of us on the same page to be able to do this shit. Because
Yeah, yeah.
Amen.
In the words of the Navy, we need all hands on deck.
mm-hmm.
And it's just that I'd rather spend my time fighting with y'all than fighting against y'all. It's like
Mm-hmm.
half of the time, and half of the times, a lot of black men we're with black women. Like I said, there has always been black men that's willing to protect the black women, or you know, give their life to black women. There's been news about dudes giving their life to black women all the time, and a lot of no one ever like gives them the credit that they deserve. But it's just that as soon as some brother who thinks he an alpha male lays his hand on a woman, all of a sudden it's all black men and we're the worst of the community and all that other stuff. And like we're the most toxic, we're the white man in the community, all that stuff. I get like all that stuff is tiring. It gets us nowhere, and it's just like it makes us stagnant. And like I said, I just want us to start fixing problems that we know that are at least fixable.
I don't like when women want, and I'm gonna read the full article before I speak any more on this, but I'm just gonna say this. I'm seeing it too many times where women are giving advice or women are standing up for things. Black women, I'll keep it at that, are standing up for things instead of fixing themselves first and looking into what's really wrong with the fact that we keep attacking black men and their agenda on getting out of being victims, true victims. Okay, I'm seeing it too many times. Um, and it's not solving anything. Nobody's coming with a solution. All I hear is what the black man's not doing, but never what he's doing, and building on that. I'm always hearing what he's not doing. Dave Chappelle, they're quick to put him on, they're quick to put him, all this and I just every time it's a black man, it's something wrong. It's always an issue, but never a solution.
Mm.
And then when you ask them for solutions, they was like, I don't know, you the black man, fix it. I've heard that too.
Shoot. I'm trying to remember who I heard this quote from. It was some years ago, but I still remember it word for word. I can't remember the exact person. As a black man, you are fighting a war on two fronts. You have to contend with the world, then you have to deal with the hostility of black women towards you.
Who was
I
that?
feel like I've heard this thing.
Sounds
So
familiar.
It does.
I'm trying to remember the person that said this quote. It will not. It's not the name of the person is not coming to me. But he said, as a black man, you're fighting a war on two fronts. You have to go out and contend with the world, and then you got to contend with the hostility that your own black women have towards you.
Mm.
All right. Any last words before we move on to our next topic?
I just
No.
want to say one last thing, and that is solutions matter.
Thank you. I agree. I definitely agree.
Yep.
So father, what is money?
Why'd you
I'm
why'd you
sorry.
point that
Say it
question at
again.
me specifically?
Well, I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
I said, what is money?
Money is a measurement that is used to determine what is valuable to whoever is looking at whatever. That it's a tool of measurement. It's not anything else. It's not something you worship. It's not the root of all evil. It's literally a measurement. Money is so much more than just paper. It could be digital. It could come in so many different forms. It's taken so many different forms. And
Shit, paper
now
money is about to be obsolete. Fuck.
we'll see, because there's a lot of things going on right now. The world is going fucking crazy, but I'm tired. I'm really fucking tired of people not understanding what money actually fucking is. it's so annoying for people that claim to be so about their money and so I'm a grinder, I'm a hustler and shit like that. You don't even know the fucking basic definition of what money is. You got people running around here making all this money and then just blowing it off because they simply can. Not only that, but our relationship with money is flawed at the same time because we've been taught to consume. You know what I mean? We've been taught to literally acquire all this money so you can blow it off getting shit. You know what I mean? Don't even give a damn about where you live at. Don't give a damn about what your environment is. I'm trying to get this money. I'm trying to make this profit. When you have when you have that type of consciousness, your humanity goes out the motherfucking window. And we are seeing that in broad daylight right now as we speak. People don't have fucking health insurance because that shit is way too fucking expensive. You live in a country that where healthcare is expensive as hell. You might as well just die if you break your arm, unless you can afford that shit. You know what I'm saying? They made the barrier to entry when it comes to making money so difficult that when people are actually like the people that actually have ambition, people that actually want to go out there and contribute something to the world, they have to fucking like lower themselves in order to waste their time doing some mundane job because they live in a society that requires them to have this X type of money so you can live. And then on top of that, I'm gonna make it hard for you because I'm gonna underpay you and overwork you. So now you're never gonna have time and you're always gonna be tired. So you're just constantly chasing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And when you have that type of dynamic, because like it's a fucking societal thing. It's not just a few people going through this. This is like a regular occurrence. And then when you see how that affects somebody, especially as they grow older, you know what I'm saying? Their zeal for life, the innocence that they had, that whatever they felt about life up to that point, it goes down and down and down, and then all of a sudden you have a fucking mental health crisis that we cannot answer for because we did not see the true value of a person. We instead attributed it towards money. So value is actually what we want here. It's not money, it's value. How much value does something have, right? Value is like a family. All of them went to college. All of them are smart. You know what I'm saying? That's a family that has value because they have intelligence. Or a family of chefs, a family that knows how to cook. That's a family of value because you will never go hungry. You know what I'm saying? A family of doctors. Like family is value in itself. This is why in the olden times, the kings and the queens and shit like that, like they arranged marriages because they wanted to what? Keep it in the family. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just billionaires that had big ass companies like we did now. Back in the day, it was your motherfucking bloodline that determined whether you were going to be someone of value or not. But now we live in a society where money has replaced that type of dynamic. So it actually makes things worse because when you have people that do shit just for the sake of profit, again, it eats away at the humanity of that person because he no longer sees you as a person. He sees you as a commodity. He sees you as, a product. How much value can I extract from this person to line my own pockets up? And then we have these like structures that center all the way to the top and then doesn't come back down. You know how they say a rising tide is supposed to lift all boats? Yeah, that's a motherfucking lie over here. So it's interesting like when I watch people and just their relationship with money and like what they think they know about money. They think, oh, I'm gonna invest this money here and then make a pretty penny and shit like that. But it's like, okay, but do you actually have the discipline to keep your money, multiplying? Do you actually have the knowledge to foresee how your investments are going to either fuck you or make you a lot of money? Because if you don't have that, you're basically gambling. And if you do that, there's a chance you might lose it all. And we've seen that so many times. I don't know how many people have been going through that. Like, or somebody who has a nice savings account, COVID happens, and now they have no savings account anymore and they can't build it back up. That's a problem. You know what I'm saying? That's a fucking problem. Like, you can't. That's not a healthy environment to be in. That's not a healthy place to live in. Where you lose something, you can't get that shit back, and you're the one being punished for it. Plenty of people that are homeless out here have jobs. You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy part. They literally have jobs that don't pay well, which is fucking crazy and shouldn't be a thing in any capacity whatsoever. To have a job that doesn't pay well, that's slavery. If your job can't pay rent in your house, you're getting scammed. And it's this type of relationship with money that we don't have that's literally killing us. So when you asked me that question, I just wanted to reiterate money is just a tool of measurement. That's it. You only use to measure something's perceived value. All that other shit that we overcomplicate it with and we're suffering for as a result, I don't know where the fuck it came from, but do better. And that's my rant.
That's why I set up the question like that, Dion. Anybody else want to jump on the what is money train?
Sure. I guess money is an exchange of your time that is more valuable than cotton. I guess money is an exchange or measurement of how much of your sanity you want to sell. Money is a pawn. Seriously, money is the pawn piece you have strategically placed on the chessboard to make the most of what you can call life when you win the game. But winning the game is not the end result, because winning the game means having all the money in the world, but where has that gotten us? Most people who have all the money in the world are still the most unhappiest motherfuckers alive, doing more suicide than us that have family. So money is what most people's what is most people's kryptonite, because they have a toxic relationship. It's like their ex that they can never let go of. It's like Spy versus Spy. It's like Mr. and Mrs. Smith. The only difference is it's a girl if you're in the Matrix. If it's a boy, you know. But at the end of the day, it's like, I think money at the end of the day, it's just a way for us to say or say to ourselves, okay, measurement of how much we are worth depending on how hard we work. It's just a different mentality. So some people, they use money to their advantage, and some people, they use it as, their addiction. And it doesn't always play out the way that we think it's going to play out, because everyone taking a certain dose of it gets certain results. Some die from it and some don't. Some play the game well and some just are trying to figure out if I have all the pawn pieces to play with. It to each his own. That's all I could say. But money is, to me, a pawn piece.
You know, it's weird when I think about that. The first thing I think about is Diddy making the band walk to Brooklyn for a cheesecake, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, why did they do that? I know one of it is because he was guaranteeing a contract and them making lots of money, but you would think to yourself, if Diddy wasn't who Diddy was, would they even do it?
No, they would
Hell no. Go
exclude.
walk to Brooklyn for the cheesecake, and you wasn't there. I don't care what anybody said. I'd have fought Diddy that day. You made
I
me
would have
walk
He
to
just
said I
the
would have
show would have been
fought
over because
Diddy.
I would have just went home. Like
I
just
no, I'd have fought him. The next day I saw him, I'd have laid hands on him. Like, you
I
don't do
wouldn't
that to
even
people.
bothered. Like I dead ass would have just you know what? Nah, this ain't working. I'm going home.
I mean, I know most people say I wouldn't do that, but it's like it shows, it's the whole thing is like, how desperate do you want it? Then you have to walk to Brooklyn for some cheesecake and all that other stuff. And I forget, they was in Manhattan or some shit like that. And then the fact that he wasn't there when you went back, and it's just like, and it was the next day for some damn cheesecake. I done fought him, but
Their challenge was
that was the challenge. Then to walk to Brooklyn just to get the cheesecake.
right, but they didn't look at the full picture. They could have went out, but they could have got someone else to do it. He wasn't even there, meaning that he was not serious about it at
I mean,
all.
they was on camera though, so
No, he was there on camera, and a lot of people was like, I wasn't doing this shit, but the whole money and the fame and all that stuff is just like I got this far, I shouldn't get it. It's just like a lot of them, it's just like this is their only chance. And I think a lot of people, what people do for money, I've done seen like when Instagram started doing Instagram lives, I seen a lot of people do foolish shit. Like a lot of I remember rappers, not big name rappers, but like rappers was making regular people do stupid shit for money. Like
Oh yeah.
um
Who was it that was Breast Tuesday or something like that? What is it? Blackson? A
I
rapper.
know
You know what
Boozy,
I mean?
I know Boozy was like put your pussy on the line for a
Yeah.
Put your
thousand.
pussy lip on live.
oh
But
god.
there was another rapper that he was just making people like he made this one dude who he like took a handful of Xanax and swallowed it whole.
Oh no.
Yeah, and just like
No.
I don't seen like people do like weird shit for money, and it's just like, what is it about money that make people do weird shit? Now I understand people, so most people do it for love. Like there's people like Daniel Bryan. If wrestling never paid $1, you think Daniel Bryan will be somewhere in the indie halls wrestling somewhere or some shit like that. You got people that do it for the love, but when you see people do shit for money and all that other stuff, like I remember when Black China was and we talked about this on the podcast when she was selling lightning cream in Africa
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah, it was in Nigeria.
Yeah, in Nigeria, and that shit disappointed me. It's just like because I know a lot of people, especially dark skinned women, sometimes they feel self conscious about their skin, and colorism is a thing, and it's just like you're basically doing this for profit, and I don't even think
That's
she
just an
uses
act
the
of
cream.
just complete disrespect. I'm sorry. Just
Well, a lot of people will do that for money. I've seen a lot of people lose not only their soul but their dignity for money. Like the whole like I'm not even trying to get on women in general because like I was going to go to the whole Dubai and making people shit on your chest for some money and some shit like that. But I've seen some dudes. I see some dudes and like they do some weird shit for some money too and all that. So it's just like
mhm.
if money was a thing, what do you put your value in? It's like what value do you really give to yourself if money wasn't an option? It's like how will you make yourself a valued person in this life?
I
And I think
mean, there's always food.
I
You
mean
just a
yeah, because
hungry ass
people
nigga.
go hunt. Like let's say if money
Yeah.
let's say if money was never a thing. It's like somebody has to go hunt, right? It's like who you going to sit to hunt? It's like I'm not going to do shit for you. It's just because I know like if money didn't evolve, it'd be like Fallout. We'll just have bottle caps of money. I think something will always replace money, but it's like what do you put
Yo,
your values in?
you
And
just
I
gave
think
every reason for my answer.
what's your answer, D-Will?
Money's bullshit, especially today. Like, first of all, like the dollar isn't even a fucking dollar. It's called a bank note for a reason. You ever went to an ATM and it talked to you and said, "Please insert your bank note"? It's a bank note, which means it's a representation of something that is backed by, which is not backed by anything today, which was supposed to be gold. So it doesn't even make so people when they think of money, they think of the dollars, right? And just a
Mm-hmm.
piece of paper. It's a representation of something you will never see. A lot of people will never see in real life unless it's a ring. Okay, so I don't even. I just think, I think, like fuck money. We should go back to currency that's made out of something that's valuable, or go back to fucking barter. So people, because wealth is based off of things are valuable based off of what you believe it is, what humans believe something is. That's the power behind so-called money. Is what you think it's valuable as, what you think it can do for you or someone else. They have to see it and be like, that's valuable. This can stretch, this can do this can do that. So I feel like we should go to bartering and no. So when you want to get something, if it's a service or you want to trade for something, you just fucking trade. If you want to have currency so you can further trade that currency for something else, since it has a certain value, maybe a material of some sort, then make it that. Like coins used to be legit gold and silver and things of that nature. So yeah, that's true currency. There's value behind what that is. And everybody agreed as a collective that that is valuable. Gold is valuable. You can melt it down into something, put it into something, make something run. All these materials, everything we have, the phones, all this shit, you break that shit down, those things are fucking valuable. Crystals, all that shit. So that's what I think it should be, not some fucking piece of paper that everybody drools over to do stupid shit like get shit on by a fucking sultan.
Yo,
You know.
D-Wolf.
Yeah.
Imagine looking at a baddie and goes, yo, you think she about 2 goats or about 4? You
Well, how many goats is she worth?
Yeah, how many goats is you in?
Right.
Okay, so how would the barter system work in terms of food? Because like once I eat the food, like you're not getting it back.
Then you don't barter food.
Y'all so ignorant, man.
That's what I said. Like, that's where I would say currency comes in. Or if you're on your last leg, something like that. Hey, you want to buy food for someone? You want to, like, you're a traveler or something. You have a market for a reason. So use that and barter, and that person at the market and be like, "Yo, I need one of those."
I guess I could just give you something I know I don't. I don't need. I'm not going to use.
Thievery is going to be at its all-time high.
No, that's why
it's already high. It's about to be real high.
We're all like that. No. I couldn't say that because anybody could steal anything that could be valuable to them. Because one man's trash is another man's treasure. So somebody that might have something they don't think is valuable, then they fucking lose it and will miss it later.
People stealing toilet paper out of Walgreens. So
shit.
So yeah, fucking protect your shit. That's all I gotta say. Protect your shit, no matter what it is. But yeah, it's what we place the value on. Because like I said, it's the same thing with money in general. When you say dollars, somebody know you got dollars, you're gonna get robbed. So it's the same thing.
But now you're gonna still go running down the street when you get robbed.
Fucking bolt or something. Protect your shit.
I'll be dead if someone robbed me for my goat. I'm fighting.
You done drove past your goat and you didn't even realize it was your goat until you got home.
Is more powerful than cow milk, so protect that goat.
Is that Charlie? Hold on, pull over. Hey.
At least you'll know you got robbed.
The fact that you use the goat as an example, though, is still funny to me.
It's funny because that shit happens in Jamaica all the time. He's stealing goats in Jamaica.
The goat is good meat and milk and cheese.
Yeah. You know how valuable a goat is? It's like if you understand it, you get the joke. That's why D-Wolf got the joke. It's like you understand how valuable a goat is.
Yep.
I guess you could do a lot with one of them little motherfuckers, but anyway.
That's why that's why I feel like we should learn farming.
Yo, I said the same thing. At this point, I'm ready to buy a farm. Like, for real, just start making my own lettuce, tomatoes, cucumbers, all of that.
Shit. Start a little garden like your backyard or something. You got a house. Shit.
Fucking buy land. That's what I'm doing.
I said I'm ready. I ain't say I'm with it. I'm not there yet. I'm not. That green thumb ain't there yet with me.
Sustain yourself, yo. There's no such thing as a food shortage. If you sustain yourself, get some land, you're good. Then you make money off of what you grow.
I did a small little garden patch as community service. And I was like, yeah, I'm not with it. It was so hot. I was like, no, this is not life.
All I'm going to say is don't be the asshole that grows tomatoes. Just throw them at people.
Nah, it's going to be like Baby Boy. You're going to have weed in the tomatoes.
Oh, God.
Joey!
Shit. I wonder what type of permissions since now weed is starting to become legal in more and more places. I wonder what kind of permissions you would need to be able to grow your own shit and sell it.
What? I hope I heard that right.
Are you trying to be a legal drug dealer or a professional weed man?
I mean,
So you're doing it for the
why
hemp,
not?
yo. You're doing it for
Legal
the hemp.
drug dealers already exist. They're called pharmacists. But anyway,
Oh shit, he went there. All right.
Yeah.
I think you just got to go through some classes and get some business licenses.
that is, I'm the thought of like moving to like Nevada or Oklahoma and just starting a damn weed plantations crossed my mind several fucking times.
I think I got a friend that's in the dispensary. I can ask him for you. He's like, how did you get the business going?
If it's a
Yeah.
process that'll take me less than a year to do, I'll do it.
It's not gonna
If
take you
it
no
took-
damn less than a year.
I was about to say, if
The
that was
fuck?
the case, there'd be a fucking drug corner store on every block. Like,
There is.
no, legally, not in.
Oh, in LA, it's
I mean,
insane.
she's referring to no, never mind. Because I was about to say she's
I know
referring to liquor
I know
stores, but
Denver. They got a lot of weed stores in
It's
Denver.
been
Yo,
legal
there's
in
a
Washington for a
green
long time.
cross
I'm telling you.
on like every corner. There's a fucking green cross in
Well,
LA.
LA, that thing smell like weed. It's the whole
Yep.
outside is just weed.
You can't
So-
miss
But
it.
in Washington, literally, there's a weed store everywhere. Even the regular tobacco stores is weed stores. Like them is everywhere.
Yeah,
shit, a couple little corner stores over here where I'm at soon as so shit.
I need a weed bodega. That's what.
Well,
Nigga, come to suit me.
go to California. You're gonna get a weed bodega, a weed house.
I still got an account over there. I got a favorite spot.
At this point, you gonna walk in and know you high.
And they know their shit. It's insane. Like they know their shit. It feels like you're walking into a legit pharmacy. You're like, what does this do? Like they will tell you the strain, they'll break everything down. I'm like, damn, y'all really like it? It's not like the streets at all. They're mad professional. I'm like, I didn't when I first experienced, because I remember it was like I never went in before it was legalized. Back when you had to use the card, I never went in because I was too lazy to get the card. But when election time came around in 2016, I had voted. And I was so happy my vote actually worked because who I voted for didn't work for, but what I voted for did. And they legitimately opened up weed for California. So you could just go out and just buy it, smoke it in the street, in your car, nobody bothering you, no cops saying shit to you. So I was like, okay, now I can actually walk in the store. I didn't have to worry about getting no card. I walk in the store, yo. I was surprised how fucking they're a super professional. I was like, yo, this is not like the streets at all. They take the shits, they take it seriously, especially with security.
And you won't get a bad high, I guess.
Oh yeah, no, this shit's proper. It's just the price that sucks, but it's proper though.
I guess
Jay-Z got into it. He sell weed.
Jaleel White, he did. He's in California doing it now. He got his own brand and everything. Steve
Yeah,
Urkel.
I remember when he first started promoting that on motherfucking Instagram and shit. Shit, he had Snoop Dogg helping him push that shit.
Snoop probably owns 17 dispensaries. How much weed he smoked.
And he didn't start smoking. He said he didn't start Jaleel White, he said he didn't start smoking till like way after Family Matters. Like he was too scared of it back in the day. Then when he got his first hit, he was like, hold up.
You know for a fact. Huh?
What was that?
Am I the only one that's not into weed?
I'm not into
No,
weed.
girl, I'm with you.
I've never
definitely
smoked a
with
day in
you.
my life. It's just it's just one of those ideas.
I just haven't smoked in a real long time.
Weed man that never smoked weed. It's just like, so if you ask me how is it, I say I don't know. Might be good. I think I would just have like
No,
I haven't had none in a few months.
I got
I
some
might
right
just
now.
have like a
You
hype
want some?
man and just tell me about all the weed and shit, just so I can help sell it. Just some of that Maui Wow. I'm not.
All I'm gonna say is I understand why it's a spiritual thing.
Yeah. Yep.
You ain't criminalizing yourself, honey.
He is not lying, yo. Leave him alone.
Nah, this is a spiritual thing, bro.
Well, the first time I tried it, I didn't get home until 1 o'clock in the fucking morning. So never again. I just can't get into it.
I've never tried it. I don't have the want, the need, the urgency. To be
And
honest, the things it be stinking. Like that's why I was like ready to run out of California. It was
Shit,
everywhere.
shit.
you
If it stink,
know,
that's how you know it's good.
when I was 15, I used to tell my friends, it smelled like cat pee, right? And they
You
would
had
be
that New
like,
York brand. That's why.
but I was on the East Coast, not Cali.
Because
So
I know,
I
coming from Brooklyn, I
Man,
know the difference between that scent. That shit used to make me feel sick smelling it in my building. Then when I moved to Cali,
Yeah.
I was like, hold up, this is different. That's what made me say, okay, let me try it. Because when I was in New York, I didn't want to taste that shit.
man, Crystal, next time you need to meet me in Brooklyn, man. And I know somebody who knows somebody. I got you.
I don't like to have
I'm
suspicious
coming.
from this DR.
I'm coming.
Why would you say that lie?
Who gives a
I
shit?
know a guy. Anytime I hear I know a guy.
I know a guy.
Well, New York, it's legal in New York.
Damn.
Ain't nobody name. Shut up.
Recently, right?
Nah, but it's not even that. It's just how it sounds. Like, bruh, I know a guy who knows.
I ain't say it like that.
He gonna get you right. Next
You
time you
know,
come to Brooklyn, I
this
got
how
you.
you sound, Kristen. Next time you're in Brooklyn, let me know. I got some people for you. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
No, in
Boy,
case you
Crystal be walking the damn bridge
try.
back and forth after whatever she got from you.
No, because I'm naturally high without anything, so I'm a little bit shooketh.
They gonna
Yo,
You'll be fine.
they
You
gonna
don't
ask you
really
if you
think
part of making the band.
I'll be having a cheesecake in my hand. Like, do you know where?
Why is it? Shit.
It just sounds like whatever you're gonna get from Brooklyn is not what you need to be getting.
Okay,
It's not necessarily where you are. You gotta know who you getting your shit from.
yeah. No, but when I
them
first,
seeds from, yo.
anyway,
to
Them
be
that's
seeds
one reason
from.
why I don't do weed because people like lacing that shit.
Oh yeah, that's another thing that scared me for the longest time. That's why I never like buy. I never bought it from the streets.
Yeah,
Never
motherfuckers,
did.
it's
I
like
had to
the
see you.
difference.
I had to see a group of people doing it first, and be like, all right, let me get a pull off of that. That was the only way until they legalized it, and I was like, okay, if anything, y'all are fucking liable. So that's the only way I get it from legit channels. I ain't buying it off of no stranger in the street. I ain't doing that shit.
you gonna wait until to see if
You scared?
somebody
You scared they gonna do you like they did Smokey and Friday?
You
Yo,
goddamn
because I
right.
seen that in real life twice. I seen I seen people just go backwards, yo. Intelligent people like, and they were set up too. That's the other thing. It fucked me up. So it made me paranoid. I was like, nah. I was like, I'd like to try it,
Oh,
but
that's
I ain't
not.
taking that
Oh,
chance.
that's not weird. That's Andrew does, Holmes.
Yep.
that's fucked up.
That's the last thing I need to be running around in my damn drawers. And do
Who's smoking? Oh shit.
But me saying I'm not really into it is not to take away from the people that are into it. They be filet mignon and that kind of shit. I don't. They be having a whole recipe on how to put it together and stuff.
Now I watched a little weed cooking show now. I ain't gonna lie, that thing it was thinking in the way they was cooking it. I was like, okay.
shit. Honestly, the Navy is the reason why I didn't want to do weed or any drugs. After I've seen the people get caught for the stupid shit they was doing.
Mhm. Did they
Yo,
get?
B, remember the whole spice epidemic? And niggas was doing
Oh
spice.
Lord.
Oh God.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
I don't know what was worse, that or the bath salts thing.
Oh,
Oh, they
Those
were
were
turned
real
out.
life
Wasn't that turning
junkies.
people into zombies? Yeah.
Those like to the point where I don't even know how
I
much
don't know
weed
what was
cost, but it
worse.
couldn't have been that expensive that you had to use something that was like I don't even know what bath salt and what all the other stuff was costing, but we couldn't have been that expensive.
Look, that shit had me paranoid. I was walking around Vegas, and when I
Look,
came
but see,
to Florida in
here's
13, like if you even look like a fucking zombie, I don't care if you was having a bad fucking hair day, get the fuck away from me. I do have, and I will not. You ain't buying.
Girl, them people did not pay attention to that. They
I
was
was
still
giving
climbing
you a
and
punch
pulling
in the
people
face,
cars up
sister.
off the ground.
Yeah.
but see, here's the thing. Here's the thing about the spice thing that Ray was talking about, right? People was looking for motherfuckers was simply looking for a way to get high that they wouldn't pop on a damn piss test. But now the shit you're trying to use as an alternative, the spice and the other shit, they either got you curled up sick somewhere or they got your ass acting crazy. So now, congratulations, you done fucked the game up because you whatever this alternative shit you using got you acting stupid, and now they started testing for that shit.
Stick to the herb, yo.
Yeah,
That's
don't do drugs.
like I'm with Crystal. I was real life when I was watching these videos. I was like, boy, I was real life paranoid because you already got the homeless epidemic
Yeah.
going crazy.
Mhm.
And now these is real life people, natural, normal people look normal, and all of a sudden they out here climbing up. They look like real life zombies, like from Walking Dead. Nah,
Yes.
you're not
Straight
gonna catch
rabid.
me slacking. I'm going
And
in
then
my car, next thing you know, the whole car flipped over.
hey, are people still doing that K2 bullshit?
No, I knew a friend that was doing it, and he said he had to go to an asylum for like 3 weeks.
Wow.
3 weeks because he was like,
No, that shit really was causing brain damage out here in these streets. Like, no,
What's
all jokes
K2?
aside,
What's K2?
it's
It's like
basically a
spice.
failed attempt at making artificial weed.
It's like spice.
Um,
K2 is like spice. Actually, it's a form of spice. Because
um,
motherfuckers was doing that the same they was doing spice.
And again, that shit had people acting all kinds of stupid.
and it's addictive.
I never understood drugs either. So it's like I know like inside it like hits a dopamine that feels good, but for when I looked at people high, they
Mm.
look stuck. Y'all just look stuck.
Oh no, sometimes that should be happening. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Sometimes,
When I'm high, all I
right?
want to do is eat.
Sometimes, no,
I just want food.
bruh. Sometimes, like I be watching TV. I be fucking staring at the remote.
No,
Just,
I'm the dude when I'm high. Number one, like I said, all I want to do is eat, and number two is just like everything is funny to me. I laugh at every fucking thing.
well, I naturally laugh at everything, so that means I'm about to be laughing ridiculously.
Oh, you be like a
usually,
motherfucking
bruh,
anime schoolgirl. Definitely.
usually I'm watching a show or I'm listening to music because I go in, like I
Yeah.
tend to immerse when I'm
Yeah.
high. So I like watching shit. I like listening to music. I like playing video games. Like
Oh yes, playing video games while
fucking,
high is the fucking
bro,
best.
Mhm.
working, bro. I work out with it sometimes.
Like
Like,
fuck 3D, yo. I'm good.
All y'all sound like John Stewart and Half Baked.
Oh, don't get me started on having sex after you just finished the blunt. Oh shit.
Have you ever played
Yeah. Yep.
Dungeons and Dragons on Wii?
You can't take that back, by the way.
Take what back?
What you just said.
What? It's true. Like damn.
Lord Jesus.
Mm.
Any any last words before we move on to our final thoughts?
Yes, don't do drugs.
Okay.
Say it
Okay.
again.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Drugs are bad. Okay.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do y'all care about the Meg and Tory Lane situation?
0.
0,
-10.
-10.
What be so?
Unless you gonna tell me Megan Thee Stallion caught up to his ass and shot him back, I don't give a fuck.
Why
Now
would
that
she
story.
why would she incriminate herself?
I don't care unless you gonna tell me she shot that nigga.
You
I don't give a
can't
fuck.
say I don't care in a situation like that. God, bruh. Dion, you make my ass itch.
Oh
God,
shit.
Maybe you just need to take a shower. The fuck?
shut up.
Talking about your ass itch.
Damn.
Nobody need to hear that shit. Go take your ass to the
Maybe,
shower. Go
maybe,
bathe.
maybe, maybe she should have shot him.
Shit.
Come on, man.
She didn't even know who shot her.
I don't, bruh. This situation, he said, she said, we wasn't there. God damn.
It's gotten so bad that I don't care no more.
Bruh. It's gotten
Mhm.
to a point,
I
bruh.
cared it.
It's gotten to a point. I have run out of my last fuck to give. Like Megan,
So what is Megan saying now? Because I don't
bruh,
keep.
I don't even really think she got anything else left to say at this point. Like she already relayed her experience. She already got like proof. She already showed proof that something happened to her. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a woman that
Well,
got
I
injured.
heard that proof wasn't right. It was all a lie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
something about
They always
Tory
it's
Lanez
all a lie,
DNA
but they
and
wasn't
everything.
there though. Like,
No,
bruh.
like the police officer, they caught him lying because all of a sudden they can't find the evidence
And shit, at this
of the
point,
fragments.
bro, Megan is lying. Tory Lanez is lying. The fucking everybody in the car is lying. Kanye West is
Mhm.
lying. Everybody lying.
He was.
We gotta keep in mind that
Like,
Wait, I was,
fuck,
how did Kanye get in this?
bro. Why? It
Because
might
it's
as well.
Kanye.
It's Kanye. He gonna find a way to put himself in it. Everything you gotta understand. We're just living in Kanye's world. It comes back to him at some point.
That's what's going on. And that's why people be waiting on his damn album. Which I
Wait, did
wasn't.
he release Donda too?
Hell no.
Oh, he did that whole shebang. Talking about some two. Wait,
222.
everybody getting married on 22222. Kanye was supposed to be releasing his album.
Shout out to
Lord knows it took
Baltimore.
him 6 months to release Donda.
The fuck
That
just
man gonna
happened?
do 7
Oh.
concerts for one album.
Shout out to everybody with a Baltimore accent on 22222. But yeah. I at this point I gave Meg the leeway because she did get shot in the foot and it was believable and Tory Lanez done switched the story up like 4 or 5 fucking times. But after a while it's just like I don't care. I'm with father. I ran out of fuck to give. It's just
I
um
feel bad for Meg because this whole situation, which we would assume would ruin Tory Lane's career, has only ruined her career.
Mhm.
it really ain't ruined her career because
Now,
she's been no, but she's still
Nah,
getting money.
her career is not ruined. The shit she done did with Popeyes and Cheetos, her career is not ruined.
it
If
is
anything, her
ruined.
It
career
is not.
significantly
No,
improved after that shooting.
It
Hell
is not.
She about to do
no.
a movie.
Is that a
She's
rap?
Megan
literally
about to do a
about to do a
movie.
movie, and then
Literally, her sales are so low. It's crazy. Anytime she puts something out, people just purely bash it. Like, I mean, such negative reviews going out. Like, she's literally getting like the worst end of the stick for someone who went through what would be considered as DV. Like, people are discrediting her. Her sales are doing bad. Her music career is flopping left and right.
I wouldn't say
And
anything.
so
I would
she's
not say any
I,
of
I'm
that.
not
even
I
saying
think
anything.
that's
even
a
trash
reach.
even
That's a
trash Sweetie is
reach.
doing better than her.
That's
And
a
I
reach.
definitely would not say that.
That's a fuck. That's a reach.
That is a reach.
no,
That is
y'all
definitely a
really do
reach.
not pay
I'm sorry,
attention
I
to
gotta
what's
disagree
going
with that.
on. Like,
You know that scene in Space Jam where Michael Jordan's about to hit the dunk at the last second. That scene right now. I don't know. I can't agree with this.
first of all,
Shit.
Megan is a 3 times Grammy or whatever award winner, and
Um,
none of her, even her feature
I
songs
was
that
about
she
to say
featured with.
she just won Billboard Album of the Year. Not to
That's
cut you
what's
off.
even more crazy. She keeps winning awards, and her sales are not reflecting those
It's
numbers.
not. It's never really about pure
No,
sales. If it
not
was
to me.
always
She
about
did.
if it was
She
always
did.
about pure sales, then Jay-Z and Kanye West would always be topping the charts.
She did "Lick," the song, which is supposed to be a rendition of what WAP was.
Yeah, nobody want to hear that shit. That one was trash. I didn't see that one was trash.
She and her for the hotties, her little mixtape that she put out didn't do the numbers that everyone was expecting. She barely even advertised it.
I mean, that was a mixtape, so
Yeah, it's a
that
mixtape.
wasn't. I'm not expecting anything from mixtape, and the mixtape
Her
was not that bad.
album,
Actually.
the Good News album, did horrible numbers
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't. That actually did good numbers.
compared to the
Sorry.
Megan before that whole situation happened.
That
No,
was actually her best-selling
That
project.
was her best-selling album. She charted real well on
She
that.
charted really well on that. As a matter of
nah,
fact, that's
they must have been buying them things because it was definitely not doing the numbers that it was expected to do.
it surpassed numbers though. She even said it. There was a tweet about that. She literally said on her Twitter that she was so surprised that how big her album blew up because it was literally trending on Twitter at one point. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know
No,
where this is coming from. I heard the album. The album was good. Have you heard the album?
I
Well,
did, and it was still trash.
It
good
was
news.
Like,
I didn't
good
like good
news.
news.
I mean, good news was okay. It was okay, but you know,
I
she's
like
never
something for the
topping Tina
hotties though.
Snow.
Something for the hotties was actually good. I actually
Yeah,
like
that
that.
one was good, but she's never topping Tina Snow. That's my opinion.
Nah, Tina
She's
Snow.
never
Yeah,
topping
Tina
that
Snow
shit.
is
But yeah,
good.
shout out to Mary. She you know, you were cool now, but you know the you know how you reach the climax of the story and then you go to the fallen action.
No,
we
you
might
don't.
be, we might be. I'm just saying, you know, I've been there since the beginning. Like me and Ray, we've been there since the beginning, right? Like we saw this girl when she was out at Houston with her fucking belly out, and she was
mhm.
skinny as hell, and she was rapping her motherfucking ass off, sipping my
Yeah,
mimosa while he lick on my panocha. Shout out to Megan.
I still love that line.
I love that line. It's such a great line.
I love like I like that freestyle she did with the double XSS. I was about to say double XSS Tentacion beat. The look at me giant. That joint
Yeah,
still fire to me.
that shit fire.
that y'all talk about old Meg. Y'all need to keep the old Meg is not the same Meg now.
That's
That's
what we're
why I like.
saying.
But that's why I like something for the hotties. Something for the hotties is about as close as old man you can get.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so funny how we're saying old Megan, but this was like back in 2017, so it's not really all
Yeah,
that old.
but ever since the whole situation with Tory Lanez, it has hindered her career a lot. Even though,
Nah,
yeah, she's switching out from the.
it's
Y'all
Nah.
about
may
that
not want to
Tory.
believe it, but it's true.
It's nothing to believe because she was the same woman that was even getting endorsements from Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris name dropped her. Not only that, but she had a
That
freaking
was
interview. No, she had a
That's
freaking
something when an Indian woman drops your name. I don't
yeah,
know if Indian people.
bruh.
Okay.
What was that play? Was it the Los Angeles Times or was it the New York Times? Which one was it?
I think it was the New York Times.
Yeah, it was the
that's
New
what.
York Times. She had that. Like bruh. That shit.
But that was before people started, putting out all this, true information in regards to what supposedly happened between them, and then her and her best friend falling out, and her best friend, slandering her some more, and
Bruh,
now
all of
everybody
that.
looking at May like, is this the same? Like, who is this girl?
Yeah, but all of that is extra shit. Like she got hurt. She went to the hospital.
And she was talking like the next 2 weeks later.
She still went to the hospital.
I was about
She
to
was
say,
injured.
Beyonce was still doing tour, pregnant 8 months. She's still doing tour.
She's
Choreography.
still. I'm saying, like she legitimately got injured. There was a literal altercation. I was like something happened. We just wasn't there. That's what I keep
Mm-hmm.
saying. I don't know why people always want to overcomplicate it with their own little takes and shit like that. Like, bruh, you wasn't there. You like the only people.
Tiana Taylor had a baby, and then the next day she had a 6-pack. I don't know how the fuck that happened, but it did.
She has God genetics. That's just
that snapback was real. I don't.
That's God genetics, bro. Some people just got it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Genetics is a rigged ass game. Her comeback is 20 seconds after she gave birth. Yours is 8 months. Y'all not built the same. I'm sorry.
She had Piccolo regenerative dating.
Exactly. She piccoloed the fuck out of that comeback, and now she was on Kanye West video making everybody feel fat as shit. Like, bro, you're not playing with Tiana
Oh,
Taylor.
man.
And then not only that, released that album that many people consider to be her best work.
Yeah, I love that album. I love that album.
And then
That
she
was a
said,
good
all
one.
right, fuck y'all, I'm retiring. And I'm like, that's how you fucking flex your worth.
But she's
You
in
know
the
what?
director chair now and making big bank.
You know what,
Good.
Ray? Tiana Taylor is Cesaro.
All that talent and just being wasted on good music.
All that talent. My Wong Jinray Tekken 5 outro. All that motherfucking talent.
Oh man. Shout out to Tiana Taylor. Any last words before we move on to our final thoughts?
I love you, Megan, but damn.
Tequila.
You know, I don't like to see that. You know, she's like my own daughter, my own flesh and blood. Well, flesh of my flesh and blood of my blood. So it really hurts me to see somebody hurt her like that. I don't like that.